I'm gonna break it down for you. I'm gonna talk about all the highlighters out there, liquids, creams to powder. Now, if you're not familiar what highlighters are going to be products that have shimmer and light that's going to help your skin look more healthy. Whenever I need a pick-me-up, when I know that my skin looks dull, dry, or just not as hydrated, I always use a highlighter because I find that a highlighter can make a big difference for the skin. I know a lot of you guys probably think highlighter might be just something really white or frosty or light on the skin, but it does not have to be that way. It can just be something that's going to give you a little bit of light whenever the light bounces on top of the natural features on your face. So the reason why I love highlighter is, again, it gives healthiness to the skin. It gives your skin that luminosity that makes your skin look like it's very hydrated, it's beautiful, and gives you a little bit of light. It's definitely going to look great in photography. It adds a little bit of dimension to the face, and of course, anytime that you wear a lot of makeup, such as with foundation or powder, it's going to mattify the face and it's going to make the face look kind of flat. And what we want to do is highlight areas to bring forward those features. If you are a type of person that have never used highlighter or feel like highlighter is a little bit too much, since you have seen those who have unfortunately overdone the highlighter and has ruined it for most people that want to try it. So I want to share with you just the most simple highlighter that isn't going to be overly shimmery or overly highlighted. Now, the first product I'm going to share with you is the Hourglass Ambient Light. Now, this product here is very natural, very subtle. If you're not using the correct lighting when you're applying this onto your skin, you're probably going to say it looks like nothing on the skin. Now, that is the key thing that we want. We want it to look like nothing on the skin in a certain light, but as soon as any type of lighting, such as dim lighting in a candlelight dinner or any type of lighting at nighttime, when it hits the skin, that's when you want the highlighter to actually show up. And that's how it's going to look more natural. And that's how others are going to wonder, what does she have? She's just glowing. And that is why I love highlighters. That exact reason. I want people to think, what is that makes her look so radiant? So this product right here is going to give you that look. It's going to give you that really natural highlight, and it is going to make the skin look absolutely gorgeous. Now, a lot of highlighters can make you look ashy. It's very important to pick the right color. Now, with this one, I would recommend it from anyone from fair skin to medium to almost medium dark. This looks the best when it's blended into the skin and looks like almost nothing. So let's talk about how to apply the highlighter. For me, I absolutely love applying the highlighter on the highest point of my face. That's where the light's going to hit, and that's where you want the light to mimic a very rounded, beautiful cheekbone look. So I apply it onto my cheekbones right here, and of course everyone's cheekbones are a little bit different, but find the highest point, and that's where you want to apply the highlighter. To me, it's also very easy if you just go really lightly over the face like this, and wherever the brush hits, that's the highest point of your face. Now, whatever that's left on the brush, what I like to do is to brush and blend out from the highlighter point where you put the highlighter, and then just going around the face. There is a higher point right here, right above your eyebrow, where it helps bounce off the light as well. So wherever you see light, that is where you want to blend the rest of the highlighter. Now, if you do want to mimic a higher nose bridge, you can apply the highlighter right in the center of the nose area. I also like to apply it in the chin area with whatever that's left on the brush. The reason why is because you don't want the highlighter just to be on the cheeks. That's not as natural as if you were to mimic wherever the light hits, which is the highest points of our face. That's going to mimic a more natural look. So for the more intense highlighters, which are one of my favorites to use at nighttime, especially with flash photography, my favorite powder products that are a little bit more intense are the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the color Opal and Moonstone. Moonstone can be a little bit tricky because it can look a little bit ashy on those who have darker skin tone. Now with Opal, the shimmer in it is so finely milled that I do notice that it looks great on all skin tones. But for me, I have medium skin tone to light skin tone, and I find that both of these give such a gorgeous look. Moonstone has a little bit more of a golden undertone. That's going to look really great with those who have warmer yellow undertones. Opal works great on all skin tones. It's a very warm color, but it does have a little hint of rosiness in it, so it looks really gorgeous against blushes as well. So these are great powder highlighters if you are looking for some. And because a little bit goes a long way, I honestly feel like if you buy one, it will last you a lifetime. So for my next powder favorite, it's the Soft and Gentle Mineralize Skin Finish by MAC. Now this is probably in almost everyone's household. It is the most gorgeous highlighter ever made. As you already know, mineralized powder, the more you blend, the more it looks like it belongs into your skin. So the more you blend it, it actually looks more natural and more intense in a way that it actually makes the skin look radiantly glowing. It's like ultimately glowing like J-Lo. It's so beautiful. And this color right here I think is flattering for all skin tones. And because it's a mineralized finish, I noticed that it doesn't accentuate any peach fuzz on the skin, any imperfections, and it really just blends into the skin beautifully. Let me share with you a tip. If you don't want it to be very intense, what you can do is blend a little bit of this highlighter with your pressed powder. If you blend those two together, it's going to give you the most natural look. And if you are a highlighter goddess and you love your highlighter, I do suggest using a face powder with a little bit of this all over the face to give you that radiant, healthy skin glow. So definitely check this one out. I think this one is a favorite among a lot of highlighter fans out there. Now that we've already talked about powdered highlighters, I want to move on to liquid highlighters. So the people that are going to love liquid highlighters are those who like that dewy finish to the skin. If you don't like the dewy finish but you want the highlighter to look very, very subtle and very natural, liquid highlighter is also for you. Now for liquid highlighters, you can use it in two different ways. One is going to be inside the foundation, meaning you're mixing it into the foundation to give that foundation a little bit of a glow, a little bit of a luminosity, dewy look. Now that's going to be great for those who have drier skin, and I think overall it's going to look great for those who just want that very healthy look. Now, if that's not something that you would like to do, the second thing that you can do with a liquid highlighter is to apply it over on top of your liquid foundation. So you're going to apply it to the same spots that I mentioned earlier, but with a synthetic brush and a liquid highlighter. So let me share with you some of my favorite liquid highlighters. So it's the same brand. Becca Cosmetics does great highlighters, and their liquid ones came before their powder ones, and I have to say, these are so genius. They are absolutely the best liquid highlighters I've ever used. They have SPF in it, which is going to help with just giving you a brighter complexion, and because it has the SPF, it's going to give you extra protection against the sun. Now, for these products here, a little bit goes a long way, and I do suggest using a synthetic brush just so that it's easier to wash out. I do suggest mixing it with a little bit of your foundation if you do need coverage in the areas that you are applying these products. Now, if you're applying a highlighter on the top of your cheeks and you do want to cover a little bit, you don't want the liquid highlighter to remove any of the foundation that has been laid down. So what you're going to do is apply a little bit or use the same brush that you use to apply your foundation to apply the liquid highlighter. So for the Becca liquid highlighters, this one is in Moonstone and this one is in Pearl. Now I always recommend the Pearl one because I think it matches almost every single person out there because it does help, again, mimic that natural light. So for this Moonstone one, it gives you a little bit of a golden, warm type of highlight. Now that's going to give you that J-Glow glow, and I honestly think this is very flattering for those who have warm skin tones, but if you do have cooler skin tone, this will still work for you, but I don't think this works well for those who have fair skin. In order to stretch that longevity of your highlighter, you can actually layer a liquid highlighter on the bottom and a powder highlighter on top. That is definitely something that I would recommend. A really great type of liquid highlighter is this one by L'Oreal. It's the Magic Lumi. This is a primer, so you can use it underneath your foundation to give you that overall luminosity. If you like a little bit more highlight in certain areas, you can actually use this on top of your foundation. It really creates a gorgeous look. Now this one is a pearl type of color. In my honest opinion, I think this works great on all skin types, even if you have darker skin tone, because it does mimic that natural lighting color. Now for the last liquid product I want to mention is the Sunbeam by Benefit. This one has a little bit of goldenness to it. So what I like to do is mix this with my winter foundation, and I can actually use it during the transition from winter to spring to summer. And it actually helps give my skin a little bit of a bronze, and it still gives me that highlight effect. So this is a great product as well. So for the last highlighter product, it is the What's Up by Benefit. This is a cream to powder highlighter. It is in a form of a stick, which I think is really easy for you to travel with, to bring it along for touch-up or anything like that. But what I really like about it is that it gives you a little bit of precision. If you like highlighter on your nose, this is going to really help. And I really like this product because it lasts us a long time. When you blend it out, it blends into a powder finish, so it isn't tacky or sticky. But what I do like is if you want that intensity and want that longevity, you can apply a powder on top of this product. Alright you guys, so basically that is my whole breakdown and overview of all the highlighters that I absolutely am in love with and would recommend to every single person that would ask me for a suggestion on highlighters. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you have any highlighters that you absolutely love, especially drugstore ones, please share them in the comments below so that I can check them out, as well as it can also be helpful for others. Alright you guys, I'll see you in my next video.